Everyone's all right?
Yes.
Is everyone else home with you?
Just the babies and my
It started with a smell that no one could ignore. In a quiet neighborhood in Farmington, behind the peeling paint of an abandoned house, lay a secret that would break the hearts of an entire state. It was late 2024 when investigators followed that scent to a pile of junk in the backyard of an abandoned house at 80 Clark Street, New Britain, Connecticut. There, they found a common plastic storage bin. Inside, they found the body of a young girl. The body was in an advanced state of decomposition and wrapped in multiple layers of trash bags, blankets, and bedsheets. Police said the child is believed to have died around September 2024, more than a year before being discovered. But here is the part that confused everyone. Nobody knew who she was. No one had called the police to say a child was missing. For a long time, the detectives worked day and night to find out who this little girl was. They looked through school records and talked to neighbors. Finally, they found a match. The girl in the bin was 12-year-old Mimi Torres Garcia. She had once been a happy student, but in early 2024, her mother, Carla Garcia, had pulled her out of school. She told the teachers she was going to homeschool Mimi. Once the police knew it was Mimi, they headed straight to the apartment where her mother lived with her boyfriend, Jonathan Nanita. As the officers walked up to the building, one of them stopped. He looked at the door. He looked at the porch. He realized he had been there before. He remembered a call from months ago. He remembered the woman who answered the door. That is when they pulled the body cam footage from December 29th. This was months after anyone had seen Mimi alive. They heard a child screaming, "Stop!" and "No!" And they heard a woman yelling that she was going to break someone's neck. The music turns low and dark as we watch the officers walk up those stairs. They expected to find a victim. They expected to find a fight. But instead, they found Carla Garcia. But what the officers on the other side of that door didn't know, what they couldn't have possibly imagined, was that as they stood there making small talk, the basement right beneath their feet was hiding a horrifying crime. The officers explained that they were responding to reports of screaming, heavy banging noises, and a strong smell of bleach coming from the apartment. Carla Garcia explained that the noise was because she had been cleaning the house, adding that she was in the final months of her pregnancy and therefore prone to mood swings.
Everything's okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just pregnant. Just moods, you know.
Hello?
He's fine now.
Oh, okay.
Her boyfriend, Jonathan Nanita, then appeared holding a 3-year-old child and offered the same explanation to reassure the officers.
Yeah, my wife's pregnant, so she just be having mood swings. And
Okay.
I'll be trying to calm her down.
Okay. Things happen.
I'm at the end, so
Okay.
it's difficult.
All right. Well, I haven't met you guys real quick. I'm just going to write your names down, say I spoke with you, and get out of here, okay?
Okay.
When police asked whether there were any other children in the home, Nanita replied that they had a 1-year-old son sleeping upstairs, but he made no mention of Mimi whatsoever. The police left. They walked back to their cars, checked a call off their list, and drove away. The horrifying truth later revealed, investigators believed that at the very moment police were standing at the door in December 2024, Mimi's body had already been hidden in the basement of that apartment. When the police finally returned to search the house after finding Mimi's body, they found the truth. They didn't find a homeschool classroom. They found a house of horrors. The arrest warrants revealed that Mimi wasn't being taught math or reading. She was being tortured. Carla and Jonathan told police that Mimi was being punished for being bad. The punishment was beyond anything you can imagine. Mimi was zip-tied. Her wrists and ankles were bound tight with plastic ties. She was forced to stand in a corner for days at a time. She wasn't allowed to go to the bathroom. She was forced to soil herself where she stood. And then, they did the unthinkable. For the last 2 weeks of her life, Carla admitted that they stopped feeding the 12-year-old. When confronted by New Britain police with evidence of the body found inside the plastic tote, Carla Garcia initially tried to deny direct involvement.
Aware that you're not under arrest.
I know I'm not under arrest because I didn't do nothing, officer.
Okay. I just want to make it
I'm
clear.
being honest with you.
She told investigators that it was her boyfriend, Jonathan Nanita, who had beaten and starved Mimi, claiming she had been too afraid to intervene. However, when police presented evidence showing that she was the one who withdrew Mimi from school and impersonated the child during phone calls with DCF, Carla began to change her story. When police questioned her about a video call with the Department of Children and Families, DCF, in January 2025, by which time Mimi had been dead for 4 months, Carla admitted she had staged an elaborate deception. She forced another child to wear a hat, put on a face mask, and stand in a dark corner so that the social worker on the phone would believe it was Mimi. Police allege that this act demonstrates an extremely calculated and cold-blooded effort to conceal the crime for more than a year. Investigators noted that throughout the interrogation, Carla Garcia appeared unusually calm. She cried at times, but mostly to beg for leniency for herself rather than out of remorse for her daughter's death. Police described her composure as disturbing, especially as she recounted how her child's decomposing body lay beneath the floor where the family continued to live, eat, and go about their daily routines. And then there was Nanita. He immediately pointed the finger at Carla Garcia. He told police that, it was Carla who had starved and beaten Mimi, and he claimed he only helped move the plastic bin because Carla told him it contained old belongings, and that he didn't know. A body was inside a claim police rejected outright due to the odor of decomposition and the weight of the bin. After investigators presented security footage and phone messages, he admitted to helping transport Mimi's body from their Farmington home to the abandoned house in New Britain and using ammonia to mask the smell. Even while shifting blame to Carla, Nanita also revealed that he had witnessed Mimi being tied with zip ties and locked in a dark room without food. According to investigators, he not only failed to intervene, but actively helped Carla control and intimidate the child. The search of the house brought all these dark secrets into the light. Investigators found a basement where Mimi had been kept, found the rolls of industrial tape used to seal her into her plastic grave. They found a family that had moved on as if she never existed. Today, the people responsible are finally facing the music. She looks tired, but the weight of what she did is finally catching up to her. It's not just Carla and Jonathan.
Your hands behind your back, you're under arrest.
For what? Hard.
We'll explain to you.
Can you grab my phone?
Yeah, we can grab your phone for you.
It's in the room.
Here.
No, not that one.
I appreciate you being cooperative, okay? Let me...
The police also arrested Mimi's aunt. They believe she helped cover up the crime. They all had a year to say something. They had a year to call for help. Instead, they spent that year moving a plastic bin around, hoping they could just wait for the world to forget about Mimi. As the aunt and the mother are let out of the courtroom in handcuffs, the reality of the situation hits home. This wasn't a tragedy that just happened. It was a choice. Every single day for months, these adults chose to hurt a child. They chose to ignore her cries. They chose to watch her starve. Justice for Mimi is finally moving forward, but for the girl in the bin, it came far too late. We must remember her name so that no other child ever has to become a ghost in their own home. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel for more crime case content. Thanks for watching.